came off of Winning Weeks 2 with Mark Shapiro, and I have to say the experience was nothing less than amazing. I'd never done one of these programs before and highly recommend this program to really anyone.
Winning Weeks was as enjoyable of an experience as it was necessary. I launched my business a few months ago, and at first when I launched, I had all this energy and enthusiasm, and then I sort of stalled out because I didn't know what to do next. I'm grateful to have found Winning Weeks because at the end of the program today, I've booked clients, workshops, I've gotten opportunities for freelance work, writing, things that I just never even would have envisioned could unfold over the course of only 8 weeks. And it was a direct result of this program giving me the accountability, the coaching, the support, the advice, the structure, all of it, such necessary ingredients for achieving or moving the needle sort of in any area of your life.
Biggest wins, creation. I'm here in Joshua Tree about to lead my second retreat. At the beginning of Winning Weeks, I just came up with the idea. In the last 8 weeks, I've partnered with Wellness to be one of their yoga teachers. I have private clients now, getting paid to do yoga. I've gotten 2 sponsorship deals.
My biggest wins this cycle was a company. We doubled our valuation. And then I launched a new fashion brand called Manty's, which really just requires me to take awesome pictures of my friends in underwear.
So my biggest wins were definitely moving cities and leaving my agency job. And I feel really whole and grounded and 2 feet on the ground and feeling like I'm ready to propel forward.
Some of my biggest wins were I took 5 weeks to do a deep cleanse, which really led to both feeling great and a great deal of clarity. One of the other big wins was I had a burgeoning desire to go to Standing Rock, which I wound up committing to and going out with a group of veterans. It's an extremely powerful experience that I filmed. I actually wound up being offered to interview the chairman of the Standing Rock Sioux, which was also extraordinarily powerful.
Big wins in work, signing with my dream agency and reuniting my parents after 38 years on my birthday and Thanksgiving. It was super powerful and healing, and I know that being in this space gave me the strength and the courage to do something so amazing.
I'd say my biggest wins were getting a draft of my book and a launch plan documented, as well as outreach to the big endorsers, and putting myself out there and deciding that I'm going to reinvent my business model.
My biggest wins were relationship wins. I feel like I'm at a new level with my relationships professionally with my co-founders.
I started my first mastermind, and that was basically my intention, was to get a mastermind going through this Winning Weeks.
The greatest breakthrough for me and the takeaway was that slowing down is my jam. Getting slow, listening to my body, having really authentic, sincere communication with my fellow human beings is what makes me happy and brings my life back into flow. And it really took Winning Weeks to notice that by checking in each week and coming back to the basics, ongoing each week, kind of got into a habit, which feels beautiful.
I think my biggest great breakthrough during Winning Weeks was gaining the confidence to be authentic and be really real about where I'm at in my life and where I'm going and what I'm doing and why I'm passionate about it. And that's a huge place of strength to be coming from.
I got amazing clarity using the framework of this Winning Weeks, the feedback, the self-reflection. Instead of being in go, 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 go mode, it was to retreat and claim a sense of calm and create a little more organization in the balance of work and life. I have a family, a baby at home.
In terms of breakthroughs or takeaways, it's embodying my values and letting that be my story. And that my journey and my own inner alignment is the only validation that I need.
Ultimately, with regards to self-growth, it's just something that I'm not willing to give up on. And even when it's hard, you just have to keep going. I think there's a lot of tenacious people in this community, in this group. And I think that staying around people that are able and successful and positive and leaning on them for support and being persistent is as valuable as anything, really.
Mark is a beautiful human, and he created a beautiful program. He's got such skill in creating a space where people feel safe to get really vulnerable really quickly, and turned all 5 of us. Some of us had never met in person, and we were sharing the most important and personal parts of ourselves in a way that felt completely safe, and we all felt so supported, and there was so much comfort in that.
Our group had so much balance, and literally by the 4th week, you have this family that you had never met, and I found them coming to my events, and I was going to their events, and we were writing resumes for each other and personal training each other. I mean, it was like a family that you didn't know that you had, and I can't put a value on that.
The community itself, I can't say enough about. They are incredibly inspiring entrepreneurs, thought leaders, influencers across various fields who are doing huge things, and there they were to support me and share ideas with and collaborate with. And I walked away with personal and professional relationships that are so invaluable.
Mark demonstrated excellent leadership throughout the process, so highly recommend. I would do it again.
I see myself in every winning weeks because I get so much value out of that. It supports me in the value I'm creating for others.
Only do it if you want to become a total fucking badass, but if you don't want to do that, then don't do it.
I love this group. This has been so rad. It's been so, so good.